Hello Sagittarius. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. This could be somebody from your past. This could be somebody that perhaps you're not even thinking about, but they're thinking about you. That has happened on occasion. Now, this could also be a situationship for some of you. Could also be simply that you have exchanged glances and you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. And the connection is very intense. My method of reading is slightly different. I do channel through my higher intuitive self. I always have. To get the answers that I need, I do not channel through any spirit guides, particular reasons that I have for that. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. My interpretation of these cards, many of you know, is very different. It's not what was originally in the book. All right, a lot of struggle. Sagittarius, what's going on here? Your person of interest. Some of you actually might be feeling this yourself because the intensity of these cards, they're very, very intense. And some of you may be going through these feelings and emotions as well as your person of interest. Now, some of you may not know who this individual is. I have read in the comments sometimes that you don't know. This literally could be somebody that you are not thinking about, but they are thinking about you. But for the majority of you, I do this reading based on what your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. The amount of people that have that energy, that is what I'm tuning into. So here we have play, followed by beliefs, illusion, fear, laughter, awakening, boundaries, doubt, mothering, and then we have pleasure under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. We have some cards here that are a bit dark, on the dark side. And this is your person of interest, but because of the intensity of these cards, it is also affecting you. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Sagittarius, when I'm with you and when I think about you, all I can think of is fun, this vibrance, a sense of youthfulness, feeling alive again. You make me feel so young. There's a spark that you have. And you have this ability to ignite my love, my life, my passions, my everything. I just don't tell you. I do think of you as a very, very good friend. A best friend, in fact, a confidant, someone that I do not want to lose. But certain things have happened between you and I. This connection at times has been very intense, very opinionated. And no, I know that we are not on the same page. We cannot be on the same page because we are two different people. We think differently. We act differently. I was born and brought up in a very different way, and so were you. Our opinions, the differences that we have, they're just too many. So much has happened over time. And I know things could be better. But because of the things that I believe in, because of the beliefs and the faith my customs, my rituals, the things that I feel are right. I feel it because that's what I have always felt. It's difficult for me to see things through your perspective. And I understand one of the biggest reasons why you and I are apart, it's because of our differences. The way we think, the way we view things. These are the things that pull us apart. But I don't admit it. There's certain things now that I also hide from. I feel embarrassed about. I don't want to confess. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't feel right. I hide behind a veil, behind a false mask, not telling you the truth, hiding my feelings, hiding the way that I feel altogether, not opening up, not talking about the truth. I feel that in this connection, because of the differences that we have, and the fact that I haven't really confronted and faced them or changed my ways, I fear that I'm going to lose you forever. The situation now makes me very nervous. There's this anxiety that's building up inside of me. Even panic attacks. A long time ago, I was very confident, but then things changed. I no longer feel that confidence. I don't feel secure. I have lost my self-esteem. So many things I have lost, and little have I gained. I thought I did. But a lot has changed. And I can't change the past. All I feel right now is fear. Fear of losing who I call and who I consider my best friend. You make me laugh. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. You are that silver lining on the clouds, and that ray of sunshine when there's darkness all around me. You make my life happy. And I have realized and see things now through a different perspective for once. I finally see things through your eyes. I see things through your lens. And I realize now that it is our beliefs that has really pulled us apart. Why can't I think like you? Why can't you think like me? Why can't we be on the same page? Why can't things change? They can't change because I am who I am, and you are who you are. Is there a common ground? Is there a compromise? No, that didn't happen. The easiest thing for me, Sagittarius, was to hide and to put up my boundaries. Putting up boundaries is easy. Why? I don't have to face anything. I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to deal with the situation. I just put it on a back burner. Out of sight, out of mind. But this is not right. And I know this now. But because of this distance, because of this boundary that I've created deliberately, I now know that there are doubts whether or not this relationship is even going to work out, even the friendship part of this relationship. The doubt that exists, it creates fear. And the doubt that I have, it comes from knowing You are somebody, Sagittarius, who has always had this unconditional love. So giving, so caring, so loving. Shelter, protection, love. You have always been this wonderful person who's always been there for me. And in my heart, I know this is just who you are. And yet, I took you for granted. Overall, there's a sense of pleasure that I get from this connection. Not only is it physical, but it's spiritual in nature. I want to be that person that's special in your life. I want to be that person that can have an equal give and take. But for now, that is virtually impossible because there is distance. All right, Sagittarius. So, there's a lot going on here, guys. It's almost like what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now, a little vision I'm having, I have the weirdest visions sometimes, and they're very metaphorical in nature. I'm seeing a chewing gum, right? I'm seeing it being stretched so far, and from in between, it's getting very thin, so thin, so thin. You know it's going to snap at any moment. How long is this going to last? How long can this distance last? Eventually something is going to give, okay? Something's going to snap. Somebody's going to snap. And usually, it may sound weird, it's a good thing. Because when that snap happens, oh my goodness, it's like a boomerang effect. Somebody wants to come back. It's easy to know that you are distancing because you have that connection of distance. There's still that feeling that this person is connected with me, but we are feeling this distance. Because of that feeling, that's still there, that bond is still there. But once that feeling is gone, that's when somebody starts to miss the other person. Because now, no longer do you even have that in the connection. Now you have nothing. And when you have nothing, usually, typically, people want to make something out of that. And it happens by no contact. The boundaries. You have illusion here, and you have boundaries. All right. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. Let's have a look at what it is that may have occurred in the first place, right in the beginning. Something that happened that caused this issue to go downhill. So things may have seemed perfectly okay in the beginning for many of you, but then something happened. And this person never really opened up to you. They didn't probably tell you. Maybe they ghosted you. Maybe there's a lack of communication now, like a text message once a month or every 2 or 3 months, right? Very scarce, right? So here we have 2 cards that popped up, 4 of Coins and the Queen of Staves. So this particular deck, for those of you who are new, I do read in the reverse. Okay. Here we have a sense of wealth, security, and inheritance for the 4 of Coins. In the reverse, it would mean a lack of wealth, feeling poverty, a lack of security, and not feeling as if one is going to inherit something or deserve something. They don't feel as if they're going to receive something that they are supposed to receive. Here it talks about being miserly with wealth. Somebody told me that it's not called miserly, it's called miserly with wealth, with talents. Conversely, being an overly generous spendthrift. The need to conserve and protect the resources. Okay, your person of interest, Sagittarius, was not very good with money. We are focusing on your person of interest, but a teeny tiny portion of you, this might be you, okay? The majority of it, I'm reading what your person of interest is feeling here. So, this individual should have been, this is what it basically talks about, okay? It talks about saving money, or if it's not money, saving material gain. So even if you have money, not spending it, right? To save stuff. This person wasn't doing that. And materialistically, they started to become very impoverished in a way. I think that that's the proper term to use. And they didn't have enough. Now, the problem is, if you want to be with somebody and live with somebody, let's just say you want to move in together, or maybe you are living together already, you have to have an equal give and take these days because of finances. That's just common life on planet Earth right now, right? Money. Everybody needs money. So here we do have an issue with materialistic gains as well as with money. There's something going on here in terms of resources where this person had issues when it came to money. And this could have been affecting you directly or indirectly at some point in time. But if you're wondering what really was causing the problem, one of the issues here was money. Either you know this or you don't know this. This could be that they maybe told you or they announced it to you. And for others of you, it may have been something that was very internal. This person was internalizing and they didn't really talk to you about their problems. They weren't very open. I'm getting the word emotionally detached. Some of you were dealing with somebody that was emotionally detached and they didn't really offer you that information that you could have gotten, that you could have received to basically help them, right? To work as a team. Sometimes we have that ego and pride that exists. In love, there is no ego and pride. But in love, then you can't walk all over the other person either, right? It has to be an equal give and take. Here we also have the Queen of Staves. All right. Let's have a look. This talks about not having a lot of power. At some point, not feeling very clever. And not being very talented. A lack of wit and wisdom. Not really feeling enthusiastic. Not taking action because one does not feel supported. Here, it talks about waiting too long to use one's forces and not showing the world their strengths, feeling powerless. So this is interesting. Your person of interest was actually pretty talented, or either they had a job or they had some type of a potential, and mostly everybody on planet Earth has some type of potential. There's always something somebody can do. They're always good at something. Whether it's labor work, whether it's something related to medical or science or anything, cleaning up the streets, it could be anything, but they have a purpose. A human being has a purpose. Here we have a situation where this person had certain talents. They had certain things that they could do to contribute within this connection, but they were waiting too long to show it off. They were waiting too long to show their strength to the world. And because of them waiting, they started to feel powerless at some point. That pride and that ego, and there's different types of pride and ego, okay? There's a category for each one. This type of category I'm talking about right now, and this person's mindset was, how do I satisfy my Sagittarius? Because they started losing all this money in a way, this materialistic gain, their ego and pride went down here. But their ego and pride when it comes to love and maybe showing off and maybe looking great, maybe being the boss of the home, something like that. That ego and pride might be up here. So there's different levels according to different categories, if you're kind of getting what I'm saying here. Sorry, the mic is new and you can probably hear me very clearly. 1 second. Sorry, guys. So we have an issue here where this person's materialistic financial issues started to affect their confidence levels, because at some point in time, they just kind of stayed quiet. You may think, no, they were very loud. They were always expressing themselves. Well, let me tell you one thing. They were not expressing themselves the way that they should have been. They were never really getting to the point that they should have been. They were talking about topic, F, while you should have been talking about topic D, right? Like, it's just two different topics. One was more important, but they were deciding, and they chose to talk about another topic or deal with another situation. So they really weren't getting to the point. And this is probably where your beliefs card comes in, because you had a different set of beliefs and thoughts and opinions and ideas about a certain issue, but they had something completely different, and that you guys just weren't gelling. Usually, this is because of the beliefs itself, because somebody's been born and brought up in a different way. Their experiences make them who they are. Here we have a situation where the money part of things and where this let's settle down, that kind of started to mess up with this person's mindset, to the point where they became so quiet and they were so laid back and maybe very chill, to the point where they lost the race. It's kind of what I'm seeing right now. Yes. What I'm seeing right now is a race, like a relay race. And I see people running, and this one individual, your person of interest, has the confidence, has the means, has all the talent to also go in that race. But what do? They wait back and they stay there and they don't run, because they think that by the time the people are halfway done, even if your person of interest runs, they'll still win. The issue here, they overestimated the circumstances, or maybe underestimate the challenges. And so they did end up running, but at that point they just thought, it's better that I don't, because I'm not going to win at all. But you see, the intention was that, yes, I can do this. However, they never really went ahead and did it. This is kind of like what I'm seeing right now. Overconfidence, I guess you could say. The person was overconfident. But then what happened was, this individual, they didn't use their talents. They didn't use their skills. They didn't do anything beyond that. And when you don't see anybody, moving forward, how are you going to see progress within this connection? That is one of the issues here. So there is a lack of progress because this individual decided not to really make a move, not to show their potential. They really weren't showing what they have. And part of it was because of insecurities. Now, where do those insecurities come from? It's all related to the materialistic financial aspects. Interesting. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's have a look. Ooh, yikes. Here we have the Devil card, as well as the Three of Pentacles. These cards I pull out to see what is, or rather, any action, any intention, any plans that your person of interest has towards you currently. Wow. Okay, you got an extra card here, peekaboo card. All right, hardworking. Goodness gracious me. Talk about dark skies. Oof. Yikes. You have here the Devil card. This individual is starting to gain a sort of obsession towards you. They're obsessing about you sexually. Very much addicted to you in a way. They also feel that they are somehow spiritually bound to you, and there's a trigger every time they try to change or they move things around. They want to move something forward. They want to change their life a little bit, but it's as if it's a trigger. They're just not able to do this. They are spiritually bonded to you, and they feel fear of moving on somewhere else because they always think that in the back of their mind, you're going to be on their mind. There's a sense of, I'm getting the word insecurities. They do feel very insecure. For some of you, this is somebody that you've worked with in the past or even currently. And someone here is falling in love slowly. It's happening slowly. There's love here. There's potential for love. Now, if you have not worked with this person, this individual simply somehow knows you, directly or indirectly, through somebody or through an organization or some type of an association. But it's through another individual. In any case, it does mean that this person has feelings and emotions for you that are very much romantic, and they want to move to the next level. This card, the Three of Pentacles, it also talks about, often talking about manifestation, wanting to construct something with you, wanting to work towards something that's better, usually a friendship or a partnership. So this person literally could try to gain some type of connection with you where it comes to, let's work on things together. Let's make a better situation out of what we have. Let's move forward. They want to construct something with you, but they also might work on a project with you. Some of my clients, they've had people who have wanted to be with them. What's interesting is that the type of connection that they have, some people actually get into a contract or start a project with an individual because they have attraction towards them or they feel this close bond with them. So some of you may already be doing that, or you might be thinking about it. It works sometimes, guys, and sometimes it doesn't work because there's always a conflict of interest. Your person of interest might not be interested in something like that. They may be interested in getting into a contract with you or working on a project with you. But if you get involved, they may not like that part of it. And then you might just sour the entire connection plus the arrangement that you had in terms of contract. I'm saying this because I've seen it way too many times. It's too much of a coincidence. First, for me, at this point in my life, I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I used to, but no, not anymore. Everything I see is always planned. Somehow there's always an order for something. Here we also have the Eight of Cups. This individual really sees that, okay, it's time for me to move on. I can't be stuck in this situation any longer. And this is someone moving on to better places, to have more of a spiritual connection, to learn more about themselves, to learn more about this connection itself. How do I deal with this person? How do I move on? How do I make things better? Why do they want to do this? Because of the Nine of Swords. This individual also feels a lot of guilt. They don't feel very good about what's happened. They wake up, this is talking about sleepless nights, psychic disturbances, worries that keep one awake at night. It also talks about feeling guilty and having that feeling of, oh my goodness, what have I done? How could I have done this to my Sagittarius? And there are these Nine of Swords just hanging over this person's head constantly. Now, a really great card here is the Eight of Pentacles. Here we have hope. This individual wants to get some work done. This is what I call the love workshop. They are thinking about a strategy, a way, a method, somehow. How do I approach my Sagittarius? The only reason you got this card, guys, is because this person wants to pursue you and move forward with you. Currently, we have here also the Five of Pentacles, the overall arching theme. They feel that in this connection, love and emotions are sterile. That's the word I'm getting right now. Sterility. And they feel neglected, they feel rejected, they feel left out in the cold. You might not be giving them that much attention right now. Some of you might be, but this is for those of you clearly who are behaving in a way which is making them regret their actions, their decisions. Whatever you're doing, Sagittarius, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's working. Unfortunately, you have to make this person feel so bad that chewing gum, like I mentioned, when it's going to snap, that's when they're going to realize, oh my goodness, I lost my Sag forever. Here we have a situation where they're realizing what they want. They're realizing who you are. They're realizing what they've done. And they want to move on from it. And they want to work towards it, which is great. Do I see any action here being taken towards you? There's one where I see here the Three of Pentacles. Your person of interest could possibly reach out to you and try to talk to you about, let's start a project together. Let's work on this together. Or something where it's you and this individual. It's not necessary that it's going to be like that for all of you, because the majority of the cards here, it's a lot of introspection. A lot. Each and every single card here is about, here we have this individual. It's a hooded individual, right? Here we have this person, their face is on their hands. Here we have this person, their face is down. They're looking down. So they're not really super happy cards, but it's a sense of self-reflection. So there is action being taken, just not towards you, it's towards themselves. So they are taking action. They're not just sitting around, just not doing anything, right? I do see action here. And also with the Eight of Pentacles, they are taking action towards any type of plans, the intentions that they have. So I do see something. Eventually, there will be more detailed cards, I would say, maybe in the next upload, perhaps. But they are going to probably be different. This is a whole lot of introspection, a lot of thinking. All right, let's have a look. Here we have Archangel Answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. I believe I did not announce this in the beginning. So I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel. I channel all of the angels, actually, but for this particular reading, I usually just have the 4 there always around, because I can see in my mind's eye, literally, their names. Okay. We have yes, followed by reconsider. Then we have let go. Yep, that strategy comes along. No contact. Wait for it. No. Okay. Please clarify the no. Let's clarify the no. Be assertive. Okay. It's going to be important for you to be assertive and let this person know certain things that maybe you didn't share before, and you have another yes. Goodness me, my God. And then, of course, you have another no. What the? Okay. I have too many yeses and too many nos, and even for me, this is too confusing. Let's just move that. Okay. Yes, there will be recovery. So we got little sets going on here this time around. All right. Got it. So. All right. You guys can see that, hopefully. All right, guys, there's a lot going on here. They want you to be a better version of yourself, okay? Here we have yes. Do reconsider what it is that you were going to or are going to say and do, any action you're going to take, any words you're going to speak towards this individual. They're also telling you to let go of this person for some time. Letting go doesn't mean that you let all the love just fade. You can't do that. That's not practical now, is it? But what it does talk about is understanding that in this connection, there are certain things that have been fruitful, certain things that have become sour. Let go of the belief-related issues, if you can. Even for you, cross-watcher, if you're watching, let go of those things that are truly holding you back. At the end of the day, two people that come together, you're still humans, right? It doesn't matter where you're from, what your beliefs are. You can still have an offspring. You can still have a family. You can still have pets, animals, whatever. It's two people coming together no matter what your differences are. But letting go of certain things that are holding you back is extremely important here. Another thing is, stop contacting this person, Sagittarius. Like I told you in the beginning, there's that sense of gum, that chewing gum that I saw. It's important for you to let go because this will give you the opportunity to keep a distance from this individual and they will start to miss you, and that is what you want. Here we also have, wait. Do not rush into this connection. Remember, what we just saw, there's a whole lot of thinking, a whole lot of introspection. A person wants to walk away for some time and move on, get into that hermit mode, become wiser, finally get that strength, grieve a little bit, and then come back to you into your life. There's an entire process that this individual has to go through. It's not going to happen anytime soon. It's going to take some time. And as you let go, it'll be easier for them to concentrate on themselves, to gather and understand who they are. Why do they do what they do? What beliefs can they get rid of? What can they keep? And how can they be with you? It is important for you to be assertive. So they are saying, no, be assertive. Some of you might have thought, you might have reconsidered any type of words or actions that you were going to take towards this person. Maybe you're just walking on eggshells and you really weren't sure. Should I talk to them about such and such issue? Now, sometimes there's a reoccurring pattern and a reoccurring theme of certain things that really piss us off, right? Like there's certain behaviors that somebody else has, certain things that they may make you do that make you feel very uncomfortable. This time round, you have to let go. You have to be more assertive when it comes to this connection. Because eventually things are going to work out here. I see things happening. But in the meantime, you're going to have to gain your own strength, your own wisdom, as well as your own self-confidence and self-esteem. Some of you only feel validated because this person says you're beautiful. You think you're only beautiful because they say that you're beautiful or handsome. Even if they don't understand that you still are. Being assertive here talks about let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Be comfortable in your own skin. Learn who you are. Be a better version of yourself. And yes, there is going to be recovery. Recovery in your life. Mind, body, spirit, soul. Those 4 things make up who you are. It's not just one part of you. There's a whole lot of you. And each part needs to be taken care of. You can only do that by letting go of certain things that are holding you back. This could even be letting go of a grudge, forgiving somebody. How do you forgive somebody? Through compassion, feeling so sorry for them that you realize that, you know what, they just didn't know any better. And that's how you forgive. Here we also have no within the next few weeks. So some of you might have been thinking this is going to happen sometime soon. It's interesting how the timeline's here because you have wait, and that's related to a timeline. Here we also have the next few weeks. Now, a few weeks can also be months. So definitely here, something's going to happen that's going to be slightly different within the next few months. This could literally be you recovering, feeling a little better afterwards, but focusing on yourself for now. By letting go, you are also focusing on yourself. By waiting, you are allowing them to change, and you are gaining insight in your life with your own experiences to reconsider what it is that you're going to say and do in regards to this situation, in regards to this person. Here, the overall arching theme, we have you are ready. So this definitely tells me that emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever you have gone through, you've gone through a lot. It does tell me that you are ready to tackle on many, many things. So that is your reading. It was very intense, a lot of information here. A little bit of guidance. And it's really interesting because you only have 2 yeses and 2 nos in this entire deck, and you got all 4. You have a yes, no, yes, no. But then at least we were able to have a look at what all that means. Very clear, actually. Very clear direction and as to what you're supposed to be doing. Now, obviously, this is up to some of you. If you're resonating with it, that's fine. If you're not, then obviously you can do what you feel is right for you according to your experiences. And that's your reading. Please let me know, Sagittarius, did this resonate for any of you? I do read the comments. And in fact, I do read the comments, and I sometimes make notes because I do create other content on my other channel. Have a look for those of you who are new, some of you who are still here with me. I do have my other channel, which is called Asnointia Audio, and that is on YouTube. There I have videos now on relationships, on spiritual connections, and the most recent I have one on negative energies. What negative energies are, how can we deal with them, how can we get rid of them. For some of you that had the recovery card, I still have open my package, which is called the Chakra Checkup package. If some of you are interested, you can always have a look at that one to realign your chakras, and also for me to have a look at how many negative energies you have around your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which are your chakra centers. That's where they typically reside. I also have the Holy Light package for those of you that may want to just get something a bit more simple. The Holy Light package also gets rid of those entities and negative energies, but it just doesn't have my input in it in terms of me telling you how many you have, but it still works. In addition to the Holy Light package, I'd recommend that you also get the Water Wellness package, which is to teach you how to create holy water. This is only based on that card that I just saw. That's why it's important for me to tell you, because I create those packages for a reason. Been there, done that many times. A lot of people find it to be extremely helpful. I've always gotten great feedback, and it does get rid of negative energy. And why is it important to get rid of negative energy? Because the positivity and the positive things you want in life are not coming to you, because negative energy creates blockages, obstacles. Once you have that gone, anything that's owed to you karmically, anything that is written in your book of life, will at the very least come to you. But it's important for that to at least come to you. If you don't get rid of those negative energies, many things in your life will be down. Your health, your career, your love, everything. It happens. It's happened to me for years, and it's happened to many people that I know. But with these methods that I have, you're able to actually get rid of these negative energies. And it's very simple. It's all related to godly celestial beings, angels, and who we call God in heaven. It's nothing too dark and dreary. So have a look into that if you guys want. Also, have a look at the video because it's very informative. And I do feel that it is important for everybody to know more about negative energy so that we can always live our best life and have those things on the side while we become happy people and live happy lives. All right, Sag. You all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.